Steve, here we are Monday morning. It was a long night. A good night, but not all the results we wanted, mate.
Yeah, listen, that means that you're making good fights, doesn't it? And that's what we've got to do. And I think we've had over 30,000 viewers combined with our YouTube and boxing news, so
yeah.
That's good. I did look back myself just to see a few things, and it's 5 hours 40 minutes long, isn't it, the show? So I think I've learned from that now. We've been having 2 title fights, which we feel is going to go the distance. Maximum fights we can do really is 10. And hopefully match so we can get a few stoppages, because we didn't get 1 stoppage on the night, did we? So
no, but some good fights, some very good learning fights anyway. That was
yeah. Well, if we go through it there, we started off with Sean Arkwright. He fought a tough kid, Fernando Valencia, and to be honest, there's some improvements in his last time from Sean. So he's had a long time out, hasn't he? And I think we've rushed through 4 fights for him in the last 6 months, which he needed, because he's gone 2 years without it. So start with 2025, he can be stepping up now, Sean, and move him on where he would have been if it wasn't for the delay he's had. So yeah, that was good to see Sean do that. Then we had Bobby Bolton, who's not with us, he's with Ant Croller. He's jumped on 24 hours notice to fill a space that we had, and he was desperate to get out. He beat up on Dale Adelphi. I think he was fantastic in the first round, and I didn't think Dale had survived, but his experience and he managed to get through. So it was an hard night for Dale, but good performance for Bobby, considering he's jumped in on 24 hours notice. I believe he's always in the gym. It's not the same as having time to prepare for the fight, is it? And then the next one, Jodie Wilkinson v Kelly Horton. So obviously she was coming off a debut loss, Jodie. There's a lot of pressure on her to win, and she boxed a lot better than she did last time. But I think with her pedigree, there's room for more improvement with Jodie, and I think she'll gain a lot of confidence from that, though. You know, because it must be nerve-wracking when you've got high expectations, you underperform on your debut, and there's even more expectations on her now, like so. Yeah. But listen, that's out of the way now, so hopefully the third one she'll be better again. Thomas Ferry with Jacob Marra. Good journeyman, that Jacob Marra. I think
just starting a journey on the road.
We'll be seeing a lot of him over here, and certainly in our shows, because he's a good test. I mean, I didn't think he wooded Thomas anyway through the fight, but you know, he always looked like he was going to be there at the end, and you know, Thomas is a quality kid. And
was that Tom's first 6 as well?
I think it was his first 6, mate. Yeah. So listen, it's good to get those rounds in the banks, and he looked quality at times, didn't he? And he is quality. So we'll move him on there. And then Corey Scott v Steve Maguire. I think we was going to get a stoppage in that, and then the lights went out, didn't they? So it gives Steve a bit of a breather, although Corey did jump on him straight away at the end and push for the stoppage. But fair play to Steve Maguire, he got through on it. So very exciting fighter, isn't he, Corey?
Yeah, very pleasing on the eye.
He wants to have a fight and get stuck in. And
doesn't leave you wanting more, does he?
No. And I'd say the punters will like that. Imad Nassim with Sean Jackson. Again, Imad beat up on Sean, but he's experienced, knew when to held on, and he got through. Troy Gallagher, big ticket sales on his debut, come down from Markham, and you know, they all stayed for Reece McMillan as well, so it meant that the last fight there was still a good crowd watching, which is good. But he did well against Victor. He's an awkward opponent, isn't he, on the debut?
I said in the post-fight interview, he kept Victor honest there, because he kept that distance and kept jabbing him, and he was swinging some wild shots over there, but they weren't landing, and I thought it was a good performance, because it's hard to look good against Victor, isn't it?
Yeah, and then a pleasing one was the next one, Reece Mould, because we'd been struggling matching him, and after his first round knockout to Walshy last time, got to say, you're a little bit worried about what he's going to react and come back like, and we ended up getting him a big, strong welterweight who just keeps coming forward, throwing, and you wonder what happens. But you know, Reece boxed really, really clever. He was too sharp for him, got a lot of his shots off, wasn't scared of getting stuck in, and in the last round he swallowed one, and I was pleased for that. And like I said to him afterwards, I said, "Oof, you didn't have to take that one," and he said, "I needed to check my chin after what happened last time." So he's passed that one, so I think we won't have to worry when he goes in the fight now, which he could have done if you wouldn't have got this one out of the way, so that was good. Yusuf Saeed v Owen Durham. Owen's a good journeyman, didn't give you much opportunity to beat up on, does he? Just want to get through.
I also think
Yusuf
damaged his hand late on in the first round.
Right.
So, but it was a very good boxing display.
Yeah, as I say, Yusuf did exactly what he had to do, and he won comfortably. Then we've got the 2 title fights, which a bit of controversy in both the scorings. I can tell you my opinion of them, and obviously there was differences of them. And James Moorcroft, Tom Hunt, the draw for me was probably the right choice, because I was watching them and there was very few rounds where you had a clear winner, and I just felt both of them could have done more, because one would get a shot off, then he'd wait till he get hit by the other one, and they'd go again, and there was no one dominant. And you know, even when he was getting shots off, and I'm not saying anyone was hurt, but they got some good shots, they never followed them through, and that's from either side.
Battle of the jabs, wasn't it?
Yeah, and yeah, it was a decent enough fight, but it wasn't one that...
No, it was high tempo, they weren't lazy. They just
kept the crowd wanting more, you know what I mean? But, you know, Dom thought he won, James thought he won. Maybe that's why he didn't explode, because we both thought he was in front. But, you know, draw was fair on that. Kane Gardner v Rhys McMillan, don't know if I was looking through rose-tinted glasses, but I had Kane a reasonable 2 or 3 rounds in front, and it weren't like I was unsure when I was watching him. I just thought he won some rounds fairly clearly, and he lost a few of the early ones where he just stood and let Rhys work. And you know, all I will say, if he had to lose to anybody, I'm pleased for Rhys, because he's coming as the opponent, and probably a big step up for him, you know, maybe a step too far he was looking at, but he's really competed, hasn't he, you know, from the first round to the last round. He was trying and throwing. I thought Kane took the majority of them on his arms, and Kane's jab was a difference for me, but you know, the referee sees it 96-95. I saw it different, but I spoke to a few people who thought it was a fair result, and obviously a lot like you thought that Kane had won it, and you know, I'm devastated for Kane, because there was a British title on the back of that.
Is that gone
coming
now?
Off. Don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm hoping that we can keep him in, because it was 10 rounds he went with, and a bit of a controversial decision. I've seen the board let things through like that in the past, so hopefully they will again. So we're speaking to them and seeing if they can do, but we honestly don't
forget
know.
The scorecards and everything else. It was a brilliant fight though, wasn't it?
Yeah, as I say, Rhys brought all the ammunition he had, didn't he?
He brought
kept coming, and there was times when Kane looked like he was going to stop him. He'd hit him a couple of times to the body, but he'd suck it up and come back throwing punches, wouldn't he? And it was a great fight to finish with, wasn't it?
It was.
I'm thinking that a lot of those viewers that come on will have come on after the Matchroom show, and they'd have been treated to a special fight, yeah.
It was a special fight. It was a small or classic. But when you consider where Rhys had come from, like I say, you know, a 4-rounder on our show in Blackpool, only fight he's had in 3 years, and to be able to come out and put out a performance, even though I still don't think he won, to put that performance in was absolutely phenomenal.
I'd say all credit into the kid, and like, if we're going to lose to anyone, let lose to someone like Rhys. But you know, our job's now to try and keep Kane in that British title position, and if not, we're going to have to bring him back and move him back forward to that. Yeah.
All right, nice one, Steve. I'll see you later.
Thanks, bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.